evening. Welcome to episode 67 and 3,875 days until I'm 40. Bitcoin Majlis topic today. It's been another great day in Dallas around BitBlock Boom and in preparation for the the Muslim Bitcoin Summit happening tomorrow. And it's actually, like, for me personally, it's amazing to see and feel. It's amazing to see and feel an energy I've been craving for a very long time. I've been talking about Bitcoin forever, like only to have it fall on deaf ears, joking, whatever. Like people, even when it goes up, like oh, it's up, and then they never buy, or or if it goes down, it's like oh, it's down. But like hey, I said to buy it a long time ago. um, and anyway, now these OG Bitcoiners, as especially within our communities, we're organizing. The Christian communities do a great job, and we're doing this for our Muslim communities. Um, and it's so great to find people like fully in tune with what you stand for and share your history to some degree. And it's really great to ask them about how they first got into Bitcoin. Um, and learn about when they converted and reconverted. Everyone goes through like two cycles of like really getting it right. And and today actually I met someone who actually got started in Bitcoin via inheritance. And like this is something that people talk about these days. Like they're concerned about how do you pass this on, and it's like wow, it's really already happening. And her dad was like a really he was an old programmer. He's been since the 60s, and he was like a cypherpunk, and he had Bitcoin stashed away, but they only really knew about his Coinbase wallet, and that was distributed through the will and everything, but they had no idea like that he had a hidden stash. She was apparently going through the she was going through like his files and just reconnecting with him after he'd passed to better understand him and his life and legacy, and discovered like a file that said Bitcoin on it. And she opened it and found a crumpled piece of paper with a SHA-256, like with a string. As she had no idea what to do with it, but she really wondered, hey, does this have any value? And really spent the time to like explore it and understand it, and was like so shocked at how much Bitcoin she found as shared with the family. She didn't say how much it would be. You shouldn't share how much Bitcoin you have. Um, and but now she's compiling things further and working towards writing a book about it. And the thing that I see, actually, like the energy and the passion that I find here and with other Bitcoiners, is the best word that captures it, and what they say is sovereignty. And it comes in many shapes and forms for different people. For some, it's just the ability to not worry too much about the future, or for others, it's the ability to raise their kids. For another angle is like to be able to take more risks and try and experiment things and just follow their passion and do what they like. And like this lady, like she had a career now. She's like put now she has the ability to come just take a pause and write a book about all this, right? Um, the culture and some will criticize like Bitcoiners for like LARPing, like live action role play, and just like writing books and books and not actually building things. But things are being built, and but the nature of the nature of a decentralized thing on decentrally is that many perspectives, many thoughts, they all enrich it, but the coordination takes a bit more time. And but that's really where I think the sustainable grassroots movements take hold and proceed from there. Um, and really, I think that is, compared to any other grassroots movement, I could be overstating, maybe biased, but it really is quite unrivaled in particularly that one mission or ethos, which is to um, like it represents sovereignty and the separation of money from state. And it may never always be this way. I think human beings always find a way to destroy ourselves. And there was a separation of church and state, and it led to, and even when you like build up a corporation, you put in controls in place, accounting. You just want to make sure there's separation of roles so that no one party is, incentivized, because you can always have, and that's something I learned through business too. You can always have one person that's, you trust them and they're managing the business and this and that, and everything works out fine. But what happens when that person's gone? Like people get replaced all the time. God forbid they die. If the incentives are not designed correctly from the ground up, you are going to have human errors and problems. Um, but that's the thing. Like the thing with Bitcoin is that it's an idea now, and ideas just never die. Even if it fails as a technology, Bitcoin as an idea will never die. I have more to say, but I think I'll save it for another day, particularly on the financial side. Like I'm really getting to experience like the community here, but there is obviously a financial side to this, and it's approached like number go up attracts people, and it's like okay, let's talk about it. I don't think it's good to ignore it, even though a lot of Bitcoiners might really, they don't really care if it goes to zero. That's the thing, and that's like a big knock in the face for people coming new to the ecosystem, um, and also for like the people who may not be as privileged to have stacked a lot of Bitcoin. It's like, bro, you don't get me. Like when you and that's something I think Bitcoiners who have a lot of Bitcoin sometimes actually do lose perspective on what it's like to be a new Bitcoiner. So that's something I'd like to contribute to supporting people in, um, how they would, kind of do a bit more personal planning on their financial side, um, to get into Bitcoin, keep it, and hang on to it, and really earn their sovereignty. Like it's something you got to learn, and people. That's another thing people say. It's like Bitcoin kind of teaches you a new mindset, a new way of thinking about debt, a new way of thinking about finances, a new way of planning things out. But we will close it here for today. I'll continue tomorrow for on the more financial stuff. And it's like history and transition from like a tech stock to a commodity and a store of value. But if you are in Dallas or Houston or in Texas in general and can make the drive out, and you're Muslim, or even if you're not Muslim, and you just want to see community in action, yeah, Muslim Bitcoin Summit. Just come check that out tomorrow. I think the website just look this up; it'll show up. Thanks for listening. We'll close it out here tonight.